Okay, welcome back. Sorry about that last vid, I had to cut it short because a couple of the guys were like making a bit of a noise, bit of a racket over the back. Okay, next one we're going to go into is location. So I'm going to read out what I've got on here. Okay, what I've put on here. Location. Safe and practical locations are carefully selected where the trainee has an advantage over the area. Safe distances from attack are maintained when possible. The trainee has a good understanding of their working area and makes themselves aware of all the entry and exit points in the general area. Okay, so that's just a brief explanation of what some of the things we're going to be covering. So I'll pause it there and then we'll get into location. Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to carry on with location. Okay, so when you go into an area as a security officer, let's say it's outside of a bar or something like that, or a nightclub, or wherever you're working, you need to pick a location on site. Let's say the doorway was over here on my right hand side. Okay, find yourself, choose whichever side of the door you're going to go on, you know, stand at, and position yourself where you can defend yourself if something was to happen. Okay, position yourself where you can see everything. Okay, you've got an advantage point. Okay, don't obviously have your back to the, let's say the door's over here, don't have your back to the door where somebody could come out the door and take your back. Okay, it's always best to have your back something behind you, like a wall or something like that, where no one can come up behind you and attack you from behind, or even from the sides to a certain degree. You want to make sure that you locate yourself in the best position. Okay, where you can see everything, where you have an advantage point. Okay, at the same time, and this doesn't matter whether it's outside by a door or whether you're inside the nightclub or wherever you are inside, you want to find a location in there to position yourself where you can see the other security that are in there as well. Okay, because it may be really loud and quite dark, okay, with lights flashing everywhere. You need to be able to see your other security, your colleagues, your other security, okay, so you can be able to hear them. Okay, if it's really loud, wear a microphone and or radio and earpiece, okay, and where you'll be able to see them as well. If you can locate yourself in a position where you can see the security at the main door as well, and they can see you. Okay, try and position yourself in places where you can keep an eye on each other for safety reasons. Other things you want to be where you locate yourself will be: can you see the bar area? Can you see the toilets from there? Can you see the males and females toilets? Who's going in and out? You know, make sure that the males aren't going into the females toilets and vice versa. These are things you need to be watching out for. Looking down to the toilets, making sure there's no problems down there. Okay, you want to position yourself in a location where you can see everything from an advantage point. Okay, you can see other security, you can see the exit points, you know, entry exit points, any fire doors, anything like that where people might try and come through, windows, anything like that. You need to position yourself in a place, in a location that's going to be advantageous to you. The other thing you want to be looking at is locating yourself so that it's a safe area. Don't try and position yourself right beside tables where you've got everybody else around you, because if somebody has a go at you, you're not going to have enough time to react. Okay, try and give yourself that distance that we were talking about, that safe distance away from other people, because remember, you're concentrating the whole time watching everything. Okay, you shouldn't be standing there, you know, getting some female's number and things like that. Okay, you should be concentrating on your job and watching your mates. All right, and making sure you're in a position where you're not too close to being attacked. Okay, that's really important. Another thing, another location is like if it's big dance floor, you want to try and be up high somewhere where you can see down onto the dance floor and see down onto people. Okay, so if there's a second floor or something like that, try and be up there where you can see down onto the dance floor, see if people have got, you know, got drinks on the dance floor, see if something sparks off, you'll be able to see it straight away and react. Okay, so these things are really important. Locate yourself in a position where you can see everything, where you're in an advantageous position. When it comes to a self-defense situation, with location, we need to be aware of our surroundings, okay, in our location. And we're not talking just about in the club or in the bar, we're also talking about the surrounding streets, alleyways, all that kind of stuff. You need to know your general area about where you're working in that location. So check it out on Google Maps, take a map with you, okay, print out, okay, or have it on your phone or something like that, so you know the general area where you are. And when you get on location to where you're doing your security job, make sure you go around and have a look around. Check everything out so you know where everything is, you know the general layout of where you are, okay, and what you're working and how you're working there, okay. In a situation where it does get physical, okay, you want to locate yourself where, when we're talking about position, okay, if you're in a situation, if I can borrow you, Teresa, just come into shot, come closer, yeah, there, okay. So if you're here up against this person here, you don't want to be moving in towards a position like this, where this chair is, okay, because you're now going to be cutting off this part of the area where you're defending yourself, okay. You want to be moving away from things, not being around obstacles, okay. And this is about being aware of your surrounding, okay, where you're working, okay. So try and be in a place where you've got movement, okay, you've got freedom of movement and things like that. Position yourself in the immediate location where you're going to have an advantage if you're in a situation, okay. If you're going to have somebody else here, sometimes having a wall behind you is advantageous, and sometimes having a wall behind you is not an advantage if you're going to get cornered in there, okay. So just be aware of your location and how you're dealing with things, okay. Another one is if you're asking somebody out a door, let's say there was a door, exit door just over here, and I wanted Teresa to go out that exit door, okay, I'd want to be putting myself in a location or a position where I know where the door is, I know where she is, and I say, excuse me ma'am, the club's closed, alright, just get everybody to exit out please, just out the door here, okay. So from a safe distance and pointing where she can go straight out, okay. So I'm not getting myself, I'm not standing here and I'm going like this, the door's over here where she can now hit me, okay, or push me, alright. Bad location, bad position, okay. You need to know the area, okay, so you can escort them out or point the direction for them to go, okay. So know your area, know the location, get into an advantageous position, and when you're in a conflict situation, locate yourself, know your area, okay. It's the best thing I could say. Know the area that you're in, okay. It's really important. Anyway, we'll leave it there and we'll move on to the next one, which is body language.